The next one's kind of the big one, and I know a lot of you probably have already had your party for I'm not subject to 1071 anymore because you saw the writing on the wall with the proposal. Let me give you a rundown of the final rule that was just released with Section 1071. Some things that leave us with a little bit of caution are that they're using some terms of like phasing this in, doing it in segmented approaches. So while you may have had that party because you're not 1071 today, it could be that you get invited back to the party down the road. Now, how soon? Probably not under this administration, and it could be years down the road. But they are definitely leaving the door open for expanding 1071 coverage beyond what you're going to hear about here today. They talk about introducing it first to core lending products. Okay, core providers, think large financial institutions, which I know we have some that are members of our group here. Core data points. Okay, specifically just what's in the law today, and then reserving the right to expand on all of those things down the road. So there isn't the potential for you to get a false sense of, oh, I don't ever have to worry about this. Now, maybe retirement's not that far off for some of you, and you may never have to do it, but there are still some that are going to need to refrain and go, okay, this could be a thing someday down the road. Future expansion, subsequent phases, they've said several times in the rule that they reserve rights there. So other lending products, smaller financial institutions, additional data points, all those things are potentially on the table down the road. The coverage. Hey, if you listened in when we talked about the proposal several months back, they didn't touch it. They left it exactly what they proposed. It's 1,000 covered credit transactions, originations of them. Okay, it was 100 in each of the prior 2 calendar years. So the effective date or the mandatory compliance date is going to be January 1, 2028. So what are we going to look back at? For most of you, it's going to be looking at 27 and 26 originations for covered credit transactions. There is a thing in the rule that says you can substitute 26 and 27 with 25 and 26. As far as estimates, not going to get into all the ins and outs and the whys of that today, but there could be a reason to look at it that way. We're going to cover all of that in subsequent trainings and webinars down the road, and we have more time to unpack it. So again, January 1, 2028, that's the mandatory compliance date. No more tiers. Everybody that's going to be subject based on that origination threshold goes at the same time. So it takes away the competitive disadvantage that was there for some of you that had to go before others. It's you're in or you're out. You're not waiting a time frame to go. So what's that leave us with? Well, they released the rule May 1st. It leaves you with a 19-month runway for this. Now, hopefully you haven't been sitting back doing nothing if you are going to be subject to 1071. There's a lot of information out there. Our team's brought a lot to the table. We've got a membership group. Maybe you've been a part of that. Maybe it's something you're looking to be a part of. If you do look to that, we grant you access back to everything we've done up to this point. So if you've done nothing and you're going, gosh, we got to get started, there's information out there. There's tools and resources to get you started and get you going really in a direction quite fast.